So when we're looking for a Airbnb, one of the things that we're looking for primarily, similar to the 482 Level Creek, is whenever you can get a main property that will make enough money to pay for the mortgage and then a little bit of some and provide some decent cash flow. If there's another area in that property that you can use for a short term or even a midterm, that would be absolutely ideal. This property behind me, we're about to go take a look at, has the main house, which is potentially could be a nice Airbnb. But in addition to, in the back, it has a small apartment that it could also be used as a short-term or a midterm, hopefully a midterm. Like the 482 Level Creek property, it's ideal to put like a midterm person in the back that realizes that you're doing an Airbnb in front. That way you don't have issues with traffic and coming and going. It's not a confusion for someone that's coming in to visit the property, if they should be going to the main house or the small house and all those kind of logistics. If I can get a main tenant in the back and then rent out the front, both of those will increase the cash flow, which makes this deal work, which means that we can offer a higher asking price and potentially win it, as this is going to be in a bidding war. So addition to what we're looking for Airbnb. When there's a possibility of having two different units, is how do you get in and out? Is it very, very clear direction for a tenant that's coming in, someone that's visiting the property? Would they be able to easily be able to park? You know, where would they park? How would they access each one of the units? Is it very clear and concise? Two different tenants don't want to necessarily see each other. So having very separate areas or separate ways to enter the property could potentially be very important. All right, so here we are starting the property tour. You can see the wife's up there checking out, doing her videos as well. So number one thing, whenever you're looking for an Airbnb and a property, of course you're looking for curb appeal. Even if you're just looking for just a regular Airbnb, it's not a destination site, it's not on a lake, it's not up in a cabin. Pictures sell. When people go on vacation, the more attractive your house is, the more it's going to be rented out, not only in price, but the lower the vacancy. The vacancy is going to be the number one thing that's going to change the difference between you making money off your short-term rental or not making money off your short-term rental. Just walking up to this property, great colors, you know, white, black, modern design. They're adding the teal in here. Everything people are going to want to see. There's absolutely great parking area to enter and exit this particular property. And before we go inside, we'll look at this back unit. Check this out. Would you want to stay in here? Would you be okay with staying in here? Look at this courtyard, a little spot up there to sit down, little playground, already completely secluded, completely fenced in, nice, safe, quiet backyard for a family to be staying. Absolutely awesome property so far. And of course, just has that appeal. Has a nice entry here, has a nice entry there, nice little porch, absolutely everything set up. Landscaping looks good, but from the surface, this thing is very, very attractive. Old style house, this A-frame, windows, white, teal, this contrast, obviously very visually appealing and would definitely catch someone's eye in any sort of ad. So going inside. High ceilings, great architectural form. Again, same thing, something unique, something different. Some of this actually tables and things like that almost looks like they're made for this particular property. Almost something that you would want to purchase potentially with the home. Good full-size kitchen, exactly what we're looking for. You know, people come down as a family, they want a place they can cook, but also look at that entertainment area out back. Absolutely stunning entertainment area. You're gonna have water potential issues here. Looks like they're mitigating with the rocks, which is great. But as you can imagine, if you had a tenant sitting out here, enjoying a nice barbecue, something like that, pretty stunning look and feel. So next thing we're looking for, besides just look and feel, is it functional? Do the rooms work? What do the bedrooms look like? What do the bathrooms look like? And let's go upstairs real quick in this loft. So really great personal space. Could actually be a good location for just simply a floor mattress, kid's bed, but then also a great office area. First bathroom, completely renovated, small touches, wood, beam. Older doors, older frame. Definitely you get a sense of it being an older house, but just sort of modernized with some of the new finishes. This is a smaller bathroom for sure, but would potentially work for an Airbnb. This is a nice size room. You would be able to easily fit a queen bed in here, potentially a king bed in here. And then 2 bedrooms. So that was the master that we were in. And then these 2 bedrooms. So downside, these 2 bedrooms are going to be using this bathroom here, and this is necessarily the master. So for me, this kind of limits the amount of occupancy in this particular property. And the bedrooms, yeah, you could easily put 2 queen beds there. You could probably put a little bunk bed in there for the kids. So this is probably kind of a family stay. Let's go into the basement. Now, immediately going into this basement and recognizing, I don't know if you guys recognized it, but recognizing the split floor plan. What I have upstairs, I have a kitchen, a bathroom, bathroom, bedroom, in suite, 2 bedrooms, bathroom, in suite, full kitchen. I have a door here, this ladder here, but I have an entry here. So this ends up being actually 3 different units. I can't swing it like that, but I potentially could rent this out to 3 different people, one on this level, one down here, and then one outside. Now, this is not a full kitchen, but you can tell that they've started to do, there's a bar here. You could do a convection cooktop. You could add a full-size refrigerator in here, a microwave, so you could have some cooking utility. Other than that, you do have a nice little, bathroom, another bedroom down here, which is a pretty nice, addition. And then, of course, closets, and they've been Airbnb-ing this out, of course, obviously, and that's all the linens for the Airbnb. Protection doors. Again, already completely set up, ready to go. Beautiful fireplace. Let's go take a look at the back studio. Nice yard swing set. I would actually probably put a full-scale swing set or play area for kids in there. That would be a nice little selling point. Potentially even maybe a miniature little pool. So definitely lowers the possibility of doing a rental if that is not a full kitchen. Potentially that is something that you might be able to add. I'm interested to see if there's a bathroom in it. Okay, so sitting here waiting for the wife to come out and give us the key to this small little shed over here, a few things that I've seen that I like and I don't necessarily like about the property. Of course, sitting out here is a complete fantastic area. It's completely surrounded. Birds, if you could sit out here and have morning coffee, absolutely fantastic. Now this entire yard that I'm sitting in is actually completely fenced in, which is fantastic if you had someone that had pets. The bedrooms, to be honest with you, are quite small. The 2 bedrooms are not connected to the bathroom. I don't necessarily like that at all. For an Airbnb for a family, husband, wife, or whatever, 2 kids, that actually works perfectly fine. But as far as having 2 different families in this property, it might be a little tricky. Now there is the downstairs apartment, which actually kind of works potentially for a second family. You can imagine you're doing a couple upstairs, doing that 1 bathroom, a couple downstairs, maybe 2 kids. You could do 2 families, but again, not necessarily 100%. The reason why you want to have the ability to have multiple families is because it allows you to push your rent up. If you have a home that can accommodate 2 families that are splitting the amount, they're more willing to pay at a higher rental rate than one that's only going to accommodate 1 particular family. One potential here is turning that downstairs into a full-fledged apartment that could be used for a midterm rental, mainly to somebody, kitchen, traveling nurse, something like that. The upstairs doing an Airbnb, and then maybe this back here turning that into a midterm rental. If I could turn both of all of these areas into midterm rental and potentially have someone out back, someone downstairs, and someone up top, that would actually be a pretty nice setup, running about $1,400-$1,500 each, about $4,500 a month, and that would pay for the mortgage on this. So gotta run some calculations. This house is listed at $600. It's probably gonna go for at least $7. So figuring a 25% down, higher mortgage rate, you're looking at a payment of gonna be around, in that $3,500 range. So this is gonna need to net at least $5,000 a month plus to make this thing work out, but maybe. I think it's just like a little office or something. I thought they said they rented this out for $40,000.
It is our apartment.
So what is... So super miniature bed, office space. That is a little cafe microwave. Refrigerator. So this is a very interesting thing because this bathroom is obviously beautiful. This refrigerator is probably not gonna work for many people. You probably could rent this out as like just a quick one-day spot just for someone to come in and make food.
Yeah.
And stay for a couple of nights or something like that. But it's definitely not a full suite, but maybe for $100 a night or something like that, you probably could get someone to come stay in it. Single person. And you can tell they're Airbnb-ing this already.